Mount Hood is the most beautiful state high point in the country, at least in my opinion, but let me know what you think below. Mount Hood is a large stratovolcano located in the Cascade Range, about 50 miles east-southeast of the city of Portland, Oregon. Rising to an elevation of 11,249 feet, Mount Hood is the highest point in Oregon, the fourth highest volcano in the Cascade Range, and the 12th highest state high point in the United States. Like most other stratovolcanoes on Earth, Mount Hood absolutely towers around its surrounding landscape, so it should come as no surprise that it's also one of the most prominent mountains in the country. In fact, with 7,706 feet of prominence, Mount Hood is the 28th most prominent mountain in the US and the 6th most prominent of the state high points. The mountain is so large that it can be seen from more than 100 miles away from ground level on a clear day. Believe it or not, many sources in the 1800s actually believed that Mount Hood was the highest point in all of North America. Now, because of its high elevation, in combination with its northerly latitude, Mount Hood supports 12 named glaciers and snowfields. Although these features are found on the mountain year-round, unfortunately they are rapidly shrinking. A recent study found that the area covered by glaciers on Mount Hood has dropped by nearly 40% since 1981. And that the rate of shrinking has accelerated rapidly in recent years. Before long, Mount Hood may not have any glaciers left. But what I'm sure many of you are wondering is how likely is Mount Hood to erupt? Well, the volcano has erupted repeatedly for hundreds of thousands of years, with the last eruptive period occurring about 1,500 years ago. But although Mount Hood is currently informally considered dormant, at least one study has suggested that there is a 3 to 7% chance that the volcano will erupt in the next 30 years. If this were to happen, then it could potentially have devastating impacts on the surrounding area, similar to the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980. Comment below if you've been to Mount Hood and follow for more geography content.